What is consciousness? Wouldn't you like to know? Everybody wants to know. We all have a different experience of what the word actually means and how it operates, but we're kind of clear there's something called a consciousness. The challenging thing with the way that we have been raised in our cultures and in our education and in the systems that we engage with is we haven't actually been taught how to operate this thing called consciousness. So however this consciousness ends up is usually as a result of all of the influences that we've had our entire life, much of which have impacted us greatly without our awareness. And we have a challenging time getting out from under the sort of isness of how things ended up happening. Maybe you've seen the cartoon of the two fish jumping out of the water. When one fish says to the other fish, "Look, quick, that's the stuff I've been telling you about." We're in this water called consciousness. Consciousness is what power over structures, those who seek to control and divide and capitalize and extract, want to moderate for us so that the thoughts that we're thinking are the thoughts they want us to think, because it shapes behavior and it shapes spending and it shapes voting and it shapes what kind of job you get and what kind of school you go to and what you believe in. So there's like this engineering around our thought process that is largely shaped by the condition and the influences around us. We know this. We really know this. But what we don't really know, not really, is how to come into consciousness by choice, to get out from underneath all of these layers of sediment that have been put upon us without really being a co-creator with them. They just sort of ended up here. Some describe it as a feeling of a coat that doesn't fit, or like a heavy blanket, or like a fog, or like something you don't even know it's there because you're just inside of it. You can't get enough distance from it to see what it is. Well, I'm here to tell you today that you actually can curate your consciousness, meaning design how it works. Design how you interact with it. Design how you receive information and act out in your life. Design how you work with your heart and your brain to create coherence. Design how you work with manifesting the dreams you have for your life and for this planet. But you can't do that without coming into consciousness. And if we're not in consciousness, then every decision we make then is the result of a fragmented sense of consciousness and a self that is being occupied, if you will, by this consciousness that has gone unchecked and is largely reckless in behavior. Because we don't know what it is, we don't know what it's doing, we don't know how to operate it, and we have no idea when it's being influenced. Our bodies have not been trained to notice when that pressure is coming upon us to cause us to think a thought we haven't thought before about what might be wrong with ourselves and who we are, and then we get sold the next idea, which is the better version of ourselves, the most evolved and high achieving potential self that you could possibly be. Like, we all want that, right? We've been sold an idea of who we can be. And I want to take us into a deep dive of becoming as lucid as possible in a one-day experiment. We don't know what's going to happen. Some people are going to pop and others are not. But I can almost guarantee that you're going to leave the experience operating within yourself in a different way than when you walked in. It can't be otherwise. The only question is, how much are you willing to risk? How brave are you willing to be? And are you willing to step in and become the captain of your own consciousness? Some of us are. All the cool kids are doing it. You want to join us? Let's give it a try. We'll see what happens. It'll be worth it.